Hi everyone, my name is David.
And my name is Urpi.
And we were just thinking about Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 133, I will not value what is valueless, in which Jesus talks about the criteria for choice and basically says anything that will not last forever is valueless, and anything that lasts forever has all value. So that's quite a criteria. That's his main criteria to telling the difference between what's real and what's not real. And then Urpi was remembering there was a part from the Manual for Teachers, the development of trust, and the part that was coming to mind that really seems relevant, seems to relate very directly, is the third stage of the development of trust for the teachers of God. The third stage through which the teacher of God must go can be called a period of relinquishment. If this is interpreted as giving up the desirable, it will engender enormous conflict. Few teachers of God escape this distress entirely. There is, however, no point in sorting out the valuable from the valueless unless the next obvious step is taken. Therefore, the period of overlap is apt to be one in which the teacher of God feels called upon to sacrifice his own best interest on behalf of truth. He has not realized as yet how wholly impossible such a demand would be. He can learn this only as he actually does give up the valueless. Through this, he learns that where he anticipated grief, he finds a happy lightheartedness instead. Where he thought something was asked of him, he finds a gift bestowed on him.
Yeah, I feel we were talking all this day. We have one meeting in the community. The next day was the lesson that you're talking. And I feel that is very powerful. Start to question all our belief that we have, or all belief when we're thinking, oh, I need this for be happy. That is a beautiful question. Oh, if I thinking that in this situation, in this person, in this thing, I need this for be happy, is a beautiful, powerful question for start to see our mind. Really, I need something in the world for be happy? Really, my happiness is on the world? So, and even we have one song that probably more late we will put for you. But it's a question or your belief, because this is the way for let it go and for be free to all our valor that we have in the world. And it's very curious because Jesus show us and show us the way. Say, okay, I will start to show to you what is the value that you put in the world. Where do you think that is your happiness? For example, if we feeling that I need to be, for example, probably that is one of the first steps when we start to go more deep in our mind. If I need to have my parents with close to me for be happy. Oh, I think that my happiness is in one person. If I need to have my partner for be happy. Oh, I thinking that my happiness is in one relationship. So we start to observe that we need to return into the mind for recognize that our happiness is only with we let it go all that idea that our happiness is outside to us.
Yeah. And Jesus put in quotes, period of relinquishment, because it only seems that way from the ego's perspective. Yeah. Really, there's not really a giving up of anything real. Yeah. And so it can't be a sacrifice to give up illusions. There's one part in the Course where Jesus says, he talks about the giving up of illusions. He says, or better, the illusion of giving up. It's an illusion of relinquishment. But it's so different from the human perspective of what people call the spiritual journey, where I want to manifest things, I want to manifest this, manifest that, as if manifesting things and circumstances and situation and objects or whatever seems to be valuable in the world, it's almost like there's a belief sometimes that manifesting brings happiness, and really you can start to see that this world is a projection, is a world of idols. So by attempting to use your mind's power to manifest objects, it's actually a misuse of the mind's power. Yes. It's really, the purpose is to forgive, and that you have to go very deep in the mind.
Yeah, for example, it's coming to my mind that another example that is very graphic is, for example, one car. If we want one car, we put the idol. That car is one idol. Oh, I need to buy this car. But what happened? The ego that we want something to the world. Because first we want the car. And then when we have the car, we say, oh, I need to take care of this car because I can lose this car. My happiness is in this car. And it's like constantly fear. When we want one idol outside to us, when we thinking that our happiness is coming outside to us, the ego gets completely our mind. Because we always, before to have this idol, we suffer. Unconscious, but we suffer. And when we get the thing that we thinking that is our happiness, we suffer. And we continue suffer. And it's so different when we send all our idols or all our want to the Holy Spirit, because He starts to show us that we can have something or not have something, but our happiness is not coming outside to us. Don't coming for these things or situation. And another day, one woman wrote in one podcast that we made, and she said me, I feel me so happy. I feel so much love for everyone. I feel me so happy when I made exercise. But do you think that is something wrong for my exercise? And she said me, I know that I would like to have a very beautiful body. And I answered to her, it's not about what do you do or not to do. It's about what is your in when you put your mind. If you're thinking that your valor is coming for have a very good body, that could be a suffer if you don't have the body that you would like have. And it's not about to make exercise. It's not about to the shame to the body, to the fault to the body. It's not about that. It's about what belief we have in our mind and what thinking that is coming our happiness. So I feel that this is the powerful, and we can start to be more and more conscious when we start to question our belief. Or if, for example, in this way, when we are in the spiritual way and when we are very, very deep, going deep, or if I don't understand one teaching, if I am bad learner, if I understand one teaching, I am good learner. But even Jesus said, it's not about that. It's not about your valor. It's not about if you understand or no understand. Your valor is that whatever thing that you need to understand you will understand. It's not about that form.
Yeah, because it seems to the sleeping mind that there's all these images, and it seems through the ego's lens that some are better than others, more valuable than others, less valuable than others, and there's the section toward the latter part of the text in A Course in Miracles called Beyond All Idols. And in that, Jesus says, when you decide upon the form of what you want, you lose the understanding of its purpose. And then he goes on to say that your will, which is one with God, your will is universal and cannot be content with form of any kind. So it really shows that this is what our function is forgiveness. Our function and our happiness are one, he tells us in the workbook, and that as long as we're letting our mind be preoccupied with what goals am I aiming for in the world, what things am I trying to attain or accumulate or possess or own or control, that's the wrong direction. That will not bring happiness. But as we release it, and we keep releasing, then we feel joy for no earthly reason, just a natural inner joy, an inner glee that is just there because God created us perfect. And all of the attempts to come to this world and try to build a self-concept and accumulate things and possess things, those desires and those goals are the opposite of the goal for peace of mind, for present peace.
Yeah, and for that again is a one training, constantly observe our mind and question or believe. If I don't feel happy, I can question, okay, for what I don't feel happy, or because I thinking that my happiness coming for something in the world. So in that question, is really my happiness coming for outside, really my valor coming for, if I am very good, I do very good job, I am very good mother, I am very good daughter, I am very good whatever thing, whatever idea that we have to the world that is coming or happiness is because we put the valor outside to us, and in that way too is so powerful, because the first thing that you say, if the thing that we put our valor is something that finish in some point, end in some moment, because we put the valor in the world. Because the true valor that we have, that is that we are the son of God, we never finish. Is infinity? Something that is always. So for that is okay. I was thinking that my valor is outside to me, but if I return into myself and I remember that my valor is because I am one with God, because I am the light. This is the only powerful that I have, to remember that I am one with my source. The happiness never ending, and we don't need to do anything. We only need to waiting through the inspiration that the Holy Spirit moved to us, and it's only joy in that direction. Say, okay, now how I can connect with you in this world, how I can express that I am one with you in this world. What do you want that I need to do? Where I need to go? You move me. But this is coming through the inspiration, through the joy. It's like, we don't need to thinking what is our next step. Because if all this world is not coming my valor, I don't need to focus for the next step. It's like, okay, I'm surrendered to you. You take me.
Yeah. So this is a projected world of outcomes, of events and circumstances and situations, and it's a trick. It's a big, big trick. It's a trick of time and space, Jesus says in Lesson 158, where figures seem to come and go as if by magic. But he tells us there that the script is written and we just have to see the world anew. And so it's very clear that the goal of Jesus in A Course in Miracles of forgiveness is the exact opposite of the goals of the world, ego goals. Goals of time, pursuing things, believing there's a plan that involves future attainment or future conquest or future possession. This is not the direction. The goal is to observe your mind and just notice if anything of the shadows attracts you. Jesus calls it the attraction of guilt, and another point he calls it the attraction of pain, and another point he calls it the attraction of death. But to be something different from God creating you perfect, to be something different from spirit, to be a body identity, a person identity, that is just preserved by these false desires and false aims and goals, false concepts, just trying to fill the mind up with more concepts to make up a self-concept, an image that God did not create.
Yeah, and it's so powerful because when we practice more and more and more, we more recognize when we put the valor outside to us, it's coming fear. It's like appear that is coming the happiness and the fears in the same moment. It's like, oh, I want, for example, I want this partner, but at the same time, I know if I want something to the world, I buy my spirit to the ego. So in the same moment, oh, I want something to the world. If I want something to the world, I know that in some point I will suffer. In some point, always. That is one rule. If I want something to the world, in one point we will suffer, because our happiness is not coming for the world. So in that moment, it's coming the same. Okay, Holy Spirit, take to you this thing that I thinking that I want, and now you use for your purpose. I would like to use this desire, this want for that you show me, for continuing remember that I really don't need anything to the world. That listening a little bit radical, that listening like the lesson 182, that listening is something like, oh my God, really this world don't offer me anything that I want. But they say, yes, we need to touch this point that really this world don't offer anything that I want. For then we start to see more beyond this world is that world that really I want. But it's very deep. We need to touch, we need to put in contact with that for really feeling that this is only the truth, that this is only one desire for the only one desire that we have. Remember the truth. And in that way, whatever valor, whatever thing is start to falling. No, really, I don't want that. No, really, the thing that I want is remember me. The thing that I want is give the love. That is another experience. Because, I was thinking when I was happy when something give to me. But then I start to recognize when I am joying in the truth, when I give and I open my heart for my brother and my sister, my happiness is coming. It's so different. When I project more separation, I feel the pain in my heart. But when I pray for letting go the separation and see the mistake like a mistake, that all this world is a mistake, I can join with my brother and sister in the truth. Say, yes, all this, my projection, my brother and my sister, only I put the mistake outside for continue believing the ego. But now I know that whatever thing that my five senses say to me is a mistake. And only I want to see love outside, or love, or calling to love. And this is one constant prayer. Oh, I try to judge my brother. Okay, perfect opportunity for continue let it go, for pray, for see that I am perceived something that is not outside to me. Is no valor, something that is no valor. And I can pray for returning to my mind and say, yes, I only need to continue let it go, this perception. That in that way only is my happiness.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a song come to mind, a George Michael song where he sings, I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. Da, 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 da. I know this much is true. And we have a song that's from our friend Christopher Todd, and it's a perfect summation for our podcast today, our live podcast. The title of the song is Question What I Believe and Perceive.
Yes, we're going for that.
Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I doubt what I see and feel, what it's all about. The stories I've held, the dreams I've made, are they real or just illusions that fade? I'm starting to question what I believe, what I perceive, what I choose to receive. Is it truth or just my mind's disguise? Gotta look deeper, see through the lies. Question what I believe and perceive. Maybe it's time to let it go. Don't let my thoughts tie me to grief. What's real is deeper than I know. Open my mind, let love replace all the shadows that cloud my space. Question what I believe and perceive, and find the light I'm meant to receive. Yeah, let it sway. Sometimes I think I know the score, but life shows me I've missed the door. Perception plays tricks, hides the way, makes me believe the night is the day. Gotta look beyond what my senses say. Let wisdom teach me a new way. What if the world isn't what it seems? Gotta open up to deeper dreams. Question what I believe and perceive. Don't hold too tight to what I think. Maybe the truth is simple and kind, and I just let my mind overthink. Let go of judgment, let fear dissolve. See the love that's here to evolve. Question what I believe and perceive, and find the truth I'm meant to receive. I'm not stuck in what I thought was true. I can see it from a higher view. Maybe I don't know as much as I thought, and that's alright. It's the journey that reveals the plot. To let go of thinking I've got it right. That's how I finally see the light. Question what I believe and perceive. I'm ready to see with a different view. Not clinging to stories I used to weave, and I be love be the thread that's true. Let go of doubt, let go of fear. Feel the truth come shining clear. Question what I believe and perceive, and let the light in my heart receive. Yeah, question. Let it move, see through, feel what's true.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. That just lets your mind soar.
Yeah, really, is we can go very deep together, and that is our calling. For that we are together. For that you are listening in this moment, this podcast, because your heart want remember that all of God only show us the mistake. We can question whatever all our belief. We can remember the truth whatever thought that we have in our mind is false. Only the love is true. So it's so beautiful. This song is, yes, it's that joy. Go together. We want to remember that the union. We want to remember that we are one mind. And we can remember, only we can remember this when we don't pay attention to the ego, when we let it go, the ego, when we release all the belief to the ego. In that moment say, oh, I know that this thought is coming from the ego because this thought only want more separate with my brother or with my sister. But I send to you, Holy Spirit, you take these thoughts and remember the truth. Remember that don't have any mistake. Only this situation, only this person is came to here to me for remember that I am the Christ, for remember that I can extend my love here, that I can see more to the error. I can see the love in my brother. That is my only purpose here. See only the love or the calling to love. Don't have more to be here. Forgive and see that.
Yeah. So stay present, stay in your joy, stay in your happiness. God is love and God is valuable, and when we open up to that in this moment, then everything is simple and it's real and true.
And we are together for continue dancing, for continue remember, for continue play with the Holy Spirit, because He wants that for us.
Yes.
This we can remember the truth in the joy. We can remember the truth in the love.
Dance in the light.
Yes.
Thank you. Adios, amigos.
Adiós, amigos. Los amamos.